binabati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pag-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Okay, so good morning everyone. So good morning Philippines. Okay, so welcome to week 2 of quarter 2. And our topic for today is about preparation of bank reconciliation statement. Okay, so that's me. I am Tutor Carol. I'll be your tutor for this week. And with me, by next week, Tutor Carmi will join us. Okay. So once again, welcome to week 2 of quarter 2, and our topic is about the preparation of bank reconciliation statement. And our objective for today is the learners prepare a bank reconciliation statement. So madali lang to. Okay, so before we begin, let us have a review of what we have discussed last week. So I have here a question. So these are collections already recorded in the book as cash receipts but not yet reflected in the bank. Okay, so what am I referring to? So again, these are collections already recorded in the book as cash receipts but not yet reflected in the bank. So this is one of the many reconciling items we discussed last week. Okay, so sige nga. Let me see your answer. Or good morning, Maria Divina Francis, Kim, Kyla, Geraldina. Okay, so good morning po sa inyo mga students namin ni Tutor Carmi. Ayan, si Maria Divina. Okay, from the Division of Las Piñas. Okay, the answer is deposits in transit. Okay, so the answer for my question is deposits in transit. Next, what is the adjusting journal entry if there is a service charge reflected in the bank statement? So how are you going to correct this reconciling item? What will be our adjusting journal entry? So ito ay isang reconciling item that we can see, okay, that's in the bank statement, reflected in the bank statement, but not yet recorded in the book. So how are we going to adjust that? What is the journal entry? So good morning, everyone. Okay, Helen, Kyla, Catherine, Richie. Okay, so let me see your answers. Okay, so sige, let us reveal the answer. So ang ating journal entry would be debit service charge because service charge is an expense. Expense ito sa part ng business. So debit service charge and credit cash in bank. Okay, so that will be our adjusting journal entry kapag nakakita tayo ng bank charges sa ating bank statement. Okay, next. Okay, so the question is, where can you find in the bank statement the deposits made by the business? Okay, di ba maraming column yung bank statements natin? Okay, saan column mo makikita yung deposits made by the business? Okay, sige. Okay, good morning. Ang dami na nating viewers, no? Mostly students ni Tutor Carmi at syempre, students ko rin from our school. Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, credit column. Okay? So good morning, Ma'am Charmaine. Okay? Si Tutor Carmi nakapanood sa atin. Okay, so since we're going to talk about bank reconciliation, so let us have the definition of bank reconciliation. So it is a process of comparing the information in a business accounting records of a cash-in bank account with the corresponding information on a bank statement. So we need to compare, okay, our record in the office, like the cash ledger, and our bank statement. So kailangan pareho yan. Kasi there are times na at the end of the month, hindi sila balance. So we have to look into that. Kailangan yung discrepancy ay ma-check natin agad. Okay, so bank reconciliation statement, so it is a report. Okay, a report that is prepared for the purpose of bringing the book cash balance and the bank cash balance into agreement. So when you do bank reconciliation, kailangan mong gumawa ng report. At yung report na yon ay tatawagin nating bank reconciliation statement. Okay? Next, please. Ayan. So this is an example of a bank reconciliation statement. So it has two column. Dalawa ang column niya. One column, okay, dito sa left side, yung balance per book. So book ito. Okay, and then dito sa right side naman ay ang sa bank. Okay, so i-check natin dyan yung items na nakita natin na nandoon sa bank statement. Okay? Later on, I'll teach you how to do that. Next, please. So ito, bank reconciliation procedure. Ano bang mga dapat natin gawin? First, you need to compare the bank statement and the business cash ledger. So you look at the ending balance. Okay? So the reason why we're doing bank reconciliation is hindi kasi pareho ang ending balance ng bank statement at saka ng cash ledger. Okay? Pag hindi yan pareho, hahanapin natin. Okay? Ano ang meron sa isa na wala sa isa? O ano ang meron dito sa isa na wala naman sa isa? Okay? So yun ang trabaho ng bank reconciliation. Second step, okay? Identify all reconciling items. Okay, so there are credit memos, debit memos, book errors are referred to as book reconciling items. So these are the reconciling items that we can find in the bank statement, but is not listed in the um, cash ledger or yung record natin sa book. And then deposits in transit, outstanding checks, and bank errors are referred to as bank reconciling items. Ito naman yung mga, these are items that we can find in the book but not yet reflected in the bank statement. So yan. Yan ang mga bank reconciling items. Then third step, you need to add or deduct the identified reconciling items per book and per bank. So i-add mo yan. Kung saan siya nagkulang, dun mo siya i-add. Okay? And then now, fourth step, check the adjusted balance of book and bank, and it must be balanced up to the last centavo. Okay? Dapat yung adjusted balance natin per book and per bank, dapat ay balance na up to the last centavo. Kasi pag hindi, naku, okay, you have to go back and check again. Okay? And then, of course, the last step would be prepare the adjusting entries. At ano lang ang ginagawa natin ng adjusting entries? Okay? Ang ginagawa natin ng adjusting entries ay yung mga book reconciling items. And those are credit memos, debit memos, and book errors. Okay, yun lang ang gagawa natin ng adjusting entries. So here. Okay? So I have here the cash ledger, okay, book, and then sa ibaba, nandiyan ang bank statement. Okay, so yan yung record naman na galing sa bank. So we have to check. Okay, check muna natin. Okay, let's start with the debit side of the cash in bank. So it resembles the T account, ha. So nandiyan ang cash receipts, yung nasa debit side, and cash disbursements, yung nasa left side. So again, sabi ko nga sa inyo, sa cash ledger, ang cash receipts ay nasa debit side. Pag dineposit mo yan sa bank, mapupunta yan sa credit side. Because pag tinanggap ng banks, yung inyong pera, yung inyong deposit, it becomes their liability. Okay? Pananagutan nila yan. Kaya nandyan siya sa credit side ng bank statement because liability increases on the credit side. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with December 1, 90,000. Okay, let's see kung ang 90,000 ba sa cash ledger ay nasa credit side ng bank statement. So, ayun. Okay, meron, di ba? Click-click lang po. Okay? So, nandyan, meron siya. So, hindi siya pwedeng tawaging reconciling item kasi mahahanap mo siya sa bank statement. Now, the second one, 45,000 pesos. Okay? 45,000. Makikita mo ba sa credit side ng bank statement? Yes. Ayun siya, 45,000 pesos. Okay? And then, how about 9,000 pesos? Meron ba? Meron pa rin. So, hindi pa rin yan reconciling item. How about 72,000 pesos? Meron ba sa credit side? Wala. So, ito ay isang reconciling item. Kapag hindi mo nahanap, okay, yung isang item ay hindi mo nahanap sa kabila, ito ay pwede nating tawaging reconciling item. At meron tayong mga pangalan para sa kanila. Okay, tutor meal. Next, please. Ayan yung mga check. So, 45,000, meron, check. 9,000, yes, meron yan. Check pa rin yan, 9,000. 72,000, wala. So, it's a reconciling item. And 27,000. Okay? CM means credit. Okay? Credit memo. Okay? So, credit memo made by the bank. Okay? So, may collection yung bangko for you. Okay? Para sa business. Okay? So, dineposit na lang diretso sa inyong account. So, it's a credit memo, a reconciling item. Okay, now, dito naman tayo sa cash disbursement. Ayan. So, di ba? Ang 4,500, meron sa debit side. Okay. Ang 13,500, wala. So, let's skip that. 36,000, meron. 9,100, yes, meron. Okay, may check siya. 27,000, wala. So, it's a reconciling item. 22,500, meron din. So, hindi siya reconciling item. So, how about 45,000? Wala. So, yan, tatlong yan. Okay, sige po. 13,500, 27,000, and 45,000 are reconciling items. Okay, now, what are, I have a question here. So, what are the book reconciling item? Okay, ano bang sinasabi about book reconciling items? So, these are items found in the bank statement. Okay, but not in the cash ledger. So, so let's check the bank statement. Ano ang mga meron sa bank statement? So, meron siyang 27,000 na CM. So, that is credit memo. And then, meron tayong 1,800 na SC, meaning that is service charge. Okay, click po. Okay, so yan. So, meron tayong dalawang book reconciling items. Okay, and now, for our bank reconciling items, these are items naman found in the book or cash ledger but not reflected in the bank statement. Okay, ano yan? So, meron tayong apat. So, una, okay, meron tayong deposit in transit kasi nandun siya sa debit side. So, dineposit na ni business pero hindi pa na pumapasok sa bangko. So, deposit in transit ang tawag doon. And then we have 3 outstanding checks. Okay? 13,500, 27,000 pesos, and 45,000 pesos. Okay? So, ayan ang ating mga identified reconciling items. Okay? Next, please. Ayan. Gagawa na tayo ngayon ng isang bank reconciliation statement. Okay? Unahin natin yung nandito sa left side, which is the book. Ayan. So, ayan yung kanina. So, although medyo maliit, kanina naman, para lang makita ninyo. Okay, so anong una na, and then, syempre, nilagay ko na rin yung book reconciling items. Ito yung mga i-add and subtract natin sa side ng book. Okay, so first line item natin is the balance per book. Okay, the amount is 58,400. But how I got 58,400? I got that from subtracting 216,000. Okay, the total of the debit side. I-deduct ko ang 157,600. Okay? Na ito naman ang total ng credit side, which is the cash disbursement. And then, syempre, add. Okay, credit memo is an addition to your cash in bank. That's why add. I-add mo yan. Add credit memo, 27,000 pesos. So, the total would be 85,400. And then, service charge is a deduction sa iyong cash in bank. Okay, kaya less service charge 1,800. Okay? Since wala na tayong book reconciling item, so kukunin na natin ang adjusted balance per book, which is 83,600. Okay? So now, let's now go to the other side. Okay? Para naman to sa bank. Okay? Sa bank naman to. So, okay, ganun pa rin, balance per bank, which is 97,100. Ayun siya, balance. Okay, 97,100, dated December 31. Okay, and then, ano ba ang dapat nating i-add? Okay, deposit in transit, kasi ito ay deposit ni business na hindi pa nagre-reflect sa bank statement. Kaya, dapat i-add mo yan, which is 72,000. Total of 169,100. Okay? Now, less. We have 3 outstanding checks. Remember, outstanding checks are checks issued by the business. It's either for payment or for payment of purchases, payment of utilities expenses, or pwedeng payment for loan. So, ayan siya. So, it's a deduction. Deduction from your cash in bank. So, you need to subtract that. Okay, so, since wala na-reflect na natin yung apat na bank reconciling items. So, we are now ready to get our adjusted balance per bank, which is 83,600. Okay. Once your your adjusted balance per book and your adjusted balance per bank is already equal, okay, that ends your bank reconciliation, okay, statement report. Okay, now, after that, okay, gagawa tayo ng adjusting entries. And remember, ang ginagawa ng adjusting entries are those reconciling item found in the bank statement. Okay? So, we have two, di ba? We have two book reconciling items. Okay? So, credit memo. So, ang adjusting entries natin for that is debit cash, okay, 27,000 pesos. And since it's a credit memo, it's a collection made by the bank on your behalf. Okay? So, meron kang credit notes receivable, 27,000 pesos. Okay? And then for the service charge, a deduction to your cash in bank. Kaya, and as I have said, service charge or bank charges are an expense. Expense ito. So, debit, service charge, 1,800. And since it's a deduction to your cash, credit cash in bank, 1,800. Okay? Now, ayan. Let us check your understanding. We're almost done. Okay? We're quite fast today. Okay? So, let us check your understanding. I have here 5 questions. Okay? So, check nyo mamaya kung ilan ang score ninyo and then you comment down your scores. Okay? For my first question, outstanding checks. Okay, ano ba ang outstanding checks? Okay, so these are checks already issued by the business but not yet reflected in the bank statement. So anong dapat mong gawin dyan? Should we add that to the bank balance, deduct from bank balance? Okay, add to book balance or deduct from book balance. Anong dapat nating gawin dyan? Pag meron tayong outstanding checks, sino ba ang affected dyan? Of course, okay, ang affected dyan is yung bank. So, anong gagawin natin dyan? Ayan. Nawala na sa tamang posisyon ng ating mga circle. Tutor Miel, pabalik po. Ayan. Okay. So, answer for number 1, pag meron kayong outstanding checks, dapat i-deduct mo yan from your bank balance. And of course, since na-reveal na, tama si GNL, Alex Vergara, your answer is correct for number 1. It's B. Okay? For number 2, interest income, okay, credited to the bank account of the business. So, meron tayong credit memo. May interest income ka. Okay? Okay, so anong gagawin natin pag meron tayong interest income? Okay, we need to add that to the book balance. Okay, add mo yan sa book balance. Okay, for number 3, a company received 890 pesos from a customer and correctly deposited it in the bank. Okay, so ang collection niya 890. Nung dineposit niya, tama naman, 890. However, the bookkeeper recorded it in its book as 980 pesos. Okay? How is the difference of 90 pesos be recorded as adjusting entry? Okay, paano? So, anong nangyari? Sumobra yung record ni bookkeeper, okay, sa kanyang cash ledger. Okay? So there's a difference of 90 pesos. So paano ang adjusting entry natin dyan? Should we add that to the bank balance, deduct that from the bank balance, add to book balance, and deduct from book balance? Okay? So anong gagawin natin sa 90 pesos? Number 3, your answer. Okay? So I have Jennifer, GNL, your answer is D. Okay, correct. Okay, the answer is letter D. We need to deduct that from the book balance. Okay, kasi ang record mo sobra-sobra. Okay, so hindi ka magbabalanse rin yan. Based on your record and your cash. Okay, hindi ka magbabalanse. So, you need to deduct that. Okay, make an adjusting entry deducting 90 pesos. Okay, okay, next question. So, number 4, the bank accidentally charged your bank account with bank fees of another company. So, ito ay isang bank error. Nagkamali si bank erroneously, okay, na i-charge na yung account ninyo na dapat yun ay kay sa ibang company. So ano ang dapat gawin ng bank? Okay, syempre si bank ang gagawa ng correction for this. Pero anong dapat ba diyan? Should we add that? Should we add that to the bank balance? Okay, deduct that from bank balance. Add to book balance. Okay, ang meaning ng charge is nabawasan na kayo. Na-charge na kayo. Yung account ninyo nabawasan na ng bank fees na hindi naman yun dapat sa inyo. Okay? Ano ang dapat nating gawin dyan to correct the mistake? Okay? Made by the bank. Ano ang gagawin ng bank dyan? I-add ba niya yan ulit sa bank balance mo o i-deduct pa niya furthermore sa bank balance mo o i-add ni bank sa book balance or i-deduct ni bank sa book balance. Okay? Number 4. Okay, ang answer natin for number 4 is A. Add to bank balance. Okay, correct. Mariali. Okay, you are correct. A. Justin Fay. Okay, you are correct. Okay, A. We need to add that to the book balance. Okay, last question. A company deposited to its current account a check from a customer. The check was returned to the company the following day with the notation account closed. Okay, so si business meron siyang collection. Okay, the customer paid in checks. Okay, cheque ang binangbayad niya. So si company dineposit niya sa bank. Then the next day, sinoli na ng bank with notation na account closed. Account closed na raw. Anong dapat gawin diyan? Paano natin 'yan i-adjust? Should we add that to the bank balance? Deduct from bank balance? Okay? Add to book balance or deduct from book balance? A, B, C, or D. Okay? So, di ba I mentioned last week na si business, bago yan mag-deposit sa bangko, nagagawa na siya ng entry sa journal. And then, okay, ipopost na niya yan sa ledger. So, for sure, itong deposit niya na ito ay nagawa na niya to ng entry. Since bumalik, anong dapat gawin ni business? I-add ba niya yan sa bank balance? I-deduct from bank balance? Add to book or deduct from book balance? Okay? D, C, B, B. Okay, so meron tayong iba-ibang sagot. And the answer for that is deduct from book balance. Okay? I-reverse mo yung entry mo. Okay? Upon receiving the check, your entry is debit cash in bank. And credit, let's say, service, income, or accounts receivable. And bounce bumalik. Closed, account closed. Totoo ba na meron kang cash in bank? Na meron ka bang, nadagdagan ba ang cash in bank mo? Binalik nga eh. So no. So kailangan mo siyang i-reverse. Okay? At ang magiging entry mo dyan is debit service income or debit accounts receivable and credit cash in bank. Okay? So, ganun lang gumawa ng isang bank reconciliation statement. Okay? So, I have here my references. Okay? So, 3 books, 3 senior high school books. Okay? One from Bandolin, one from Lorimar, and the other one is from Unlimited Books Library Services. Yan. So if you have questions or feedbacks, okay, so your feedback matters. So you can just scan this QR code and directly your questions or your feedback will be sent to Tutor Madge. Okay, so I think that's about it for today, for this week rather. So thank you so much for joining me. Next week, our topic will be taxation. Okay, taxation na tayo, yung train law. So thank you so much once again. See you again next week. Bye.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!